It's so ridiculous. It's Mr. T's head popping out of a van. I only wanted one, so that was good enough for me right there. Series 1 here.
Yeah.
Series 2 over there, which I already had a card that said a Series 2. I got 100 messages, like, please sell it to me.
Toy Overdose in America!
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're somewhere very special indeed. We are in Indiana and we're here to look at the collection of Froggy Flips. Are you ready? Let's go toy hunting. Right guys, so we are here. Do people call it the lily pad? Have you called it the lily pad, or is it?
I've heard people call it that, yeah.
Maybe we should start here, but I mean, we've got the monster vending machine. I don't know too much about these because we're in the UK and we don't see a lot of these. It is basically a vending machine front, is it?
Yeah. It's just a shell that would have went over like a little gumball dispenser quarter machine here in the US.
Right.
You know, like you stick your quarter in, get a little piece of candy, or or like a little toy or something. But that's just the shell, which I think is the cool part.
Yeah.
I mean,
the My Pet Monsters. Mm-hmm. I don't know much about My Pet Monsters. Are these? That's the original one, isn't it?
These are the Matchbox versions.
Oh, right.
See, like these are a lot smaller. So these are from probably your area, I guess, like over in the UK somewhere. There's the full size right there.
Oh yeah.
So he's a lot bigger. But then like they have like the hard plastic faces.
Right.
And this is the really tough one that Ian actually brought over and gave me an awesome deal on.
Yeah.
So I mean that one's almost impossible to find here. B store.
And so this guy, I keep seeing him around. Well, I don't, but maybe it's here I see him. But what is he?
Gigantor. He's like a little oily jiggler thing, kind of like the Ben Cooper style, but like a King Kong knockoff. I didn't know about this till I found this one, and I just kind of fell in love with it. So
He's really cool.
I think they're from like the 60s or 70s, probably 70s.
There's your Shogun Godzilla.
Complete.
Very cool.
Kind of pieced that one together because I bought it without a fist, and then I bought a parts one with a fist, but it was broken other places. So I was able to complete those, sell off those parts, and then I've had like 3 since then. But this is my original one right there.
In here, there's obviously Froggy's 100,000 subscriber plaque hidden out of the way. These smaller bats, are they? I've never seen these smaller bats. You've got a couple of them, haven't you?
Yeah, I think I have them all because there's a couple hanging up there. You can see those.
Yeah.
So there's that one.
Yeah, these ones.
So 1, 2, 3. That might be it. I kind of lose track of where things are.
And they are made by the same people that. Are they made by the same people that?
I don't know what company actually made them. A lot of people think they are Madballs bats, but they're not. They're just like knockoff blow mold bats from the 80s. So I don't know if those came from the same company or what that company was even called.
There's your freak bat as well.
Yeah, freak bat. Those are from the late 90s, like 1999. Yeah. And then this is one of the balls that would have gone inside it right there. Yeah.
Have you got any more freak balls, or is it?
That's it. Just those. Right. Like I bought that with that, but I think they display well not together.
Right, but they look cool in the back though, don't they?
Yeah, it does. But then like it'd be on the back.
You got the Hall of Justice up there.
Yep, been working on that line a little bit, just kind of in passing. I don't get really excited about that line, but then like when I come across it, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's kind of cool.
It's one of those lines you're just picking up to complete.
Yeah.
It's something to, because I find that it's nice to have something to collect, but when you've got everything, like
exactly like a side quest.
Yeah, a side quest. These are quite important, aren't they? Those
are some of my favorite things right there.
Yeah,
those are just My Pet Monster concept drawings by a guy named Vint Gonzer, who worked at Amtoy, back in like 80, 84, 85. Like he helped design Madballs and stuff too, because that's all the same company. But those are concept drawings for what could have been with My Pet Monster. And I mean, obviously,
That's cool, isn't it?
something did come out of that one, obviously.
Yeah.
I've seen a prototype that looks like that one, but I know that the person that has it's never going to come off of it. So, because that'd be really neat to have both of them, I think.
Have you got that one then? As in,
I do not have the football one. I used to have one that was kind of like a parts one, not in very good shape, but kind of holding out for a really nice one with all the stuff. Yeah, those were rescued from the factory during a clean out. Or not factory, but like warehouse or whatever. Like a bunch of stuff came out of there, and I'm lucky enough to have a couple of them.
what are these guys at the back here, Frog?
Those are from Spencer's Gifts, and it's they're just like these big dolls. I think most of them make noise, but they're I think I'm missing one, maybe two still. Michael Myers.
Right.
But they basically just did this like it's called R.I.P. Horror Series. So I just kind of like them.
Yeah.
Like they're not super old. Most of them are late 90s. A couple are early 2000s.
They just look great, don't they?
I think they look cool. Yeah.
They look great, and that's Alfred E. Newman.
But that's from the doll,
Right.
which is really hard to find. But I found the head, so that's cool.
Just
With the
looking
ribbon.
Looking for the rest of it now.
Yeah. I need a body.
Are they dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs. Yep.
Is that the one that you picked up recently?
I picked up a bunch of prototypes, which I actually am working on a trade right now for something else, which is on the way to me, which is really cool. But that same guy, I did another trade with him, and I got like an actual Dinosaurs. So these are, and they're very rubbery too. Like his head's squishy and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're kind of mythical.
So an obscure line, isn't it? Really. But, yeah.
And like I only ever wanted one. Like I didn't need prototypes because that's like I don't want to break them or kill them or anything. So I only wanted one. So that was good enough for me right there.
And you're trading the others for something else as we speak.
Trading for something else, something that's much more me.
On a future video of Froggy.
Unfortunately, it's a mail-in trade. So I guess I could tell you they're actually Muscle Mutts prototypes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Prototypes.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why I've kind of moved those so like like it can be like a whole place over there. So there's like three prototypes, a prototype sketch like those, and then a sketch of the unproduced playset, which is like a junkyard.
Wow.
So it's pretty exciting. They should be here in 2 days, I think. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's much more me than Dinosaurs. Like I don't need Dinosaurs.
You collected them for a trade-off, I guess,
Yeah.
didn't you? Yeah. Because there's something crazy like that comes up, then you got to.
Yeah.
As Froggy Flips, you have to.
Just a link in the
Get
chain,
involved.
I like to say.
Yeah. So what are these guys here?
Those are Universal Monsters Soakies from
Soakies.
the 60s. So basically they were bubble bath,
Right.
made by Palmolive Colgate. But they're always super rough because it's just like really brittle plastic.
Right.
Those are beautiful.
They're great.
I found those at the Great Ohio Toy Show.
What, recently or?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
last month.
Yeah. I mean, these are Filmation Ghostbusters, aren't they? Mm-hmm. They're rare, man.
That's the whole line of action figures, but I'm missing a few accessories, like some backpacks and stuff like that. But which I don't really like buying that way if it's for the collection, especially when it's like really hard to find accessories, because those would be. But I mean, those are just hard to find in general, so
Yeah.
gonna have to strike while the iron's hot, so to speak.
Muscle.
Muscle.
Yeah. That's cool. It's a ring.
I love the ring plus the belt in the back.
Yeah. The claws are they're hard to find, aren't they, the claws?
The claws are hard to find, and each color variation is a little harder than the last. I'm missing the purple one, which I don't know if you've ever researched those before. I think the last comp on a purple one might be $1,200.
Wow.
Which I'm never gonna do that. That's just silly.
Wow. And that's the sort of thing that you'll just find in a box at a toy fair, wouldn't it? Really, I know
You could.
you could. It's the sort of thing that someone wouldn't know what it is.
Yeah. I mean, like this is a really tough one here.
Yeah.
That's like probably one of the most expensive ones. Satan Cross, it's called.
Right.
It wasn't on the poster, so it makes it more sought after.
Right.
But I got that at a flea market.
Yeah, there you go.
I love these bootlegs. The Michael Jackson Thriller Graveyard Gang bootlegs, like glow in the dark bendy figs.
Wow.
Or not bootlegs, knockoffs.
Knockoffs. I always have trouble with a bootleg or a knockoff. And so these are blurt balls, but they're prototype blurt balls. Froggy's already told me this. They were supposed to make a noise in the second series. Is that in the next series?
Yeah. On the back here, you can see that they have these little boxes. I guess you would press that, and I mean, obviously that's just a prototype, but I think there were like 3 or 4 of these designed, but they look a lot like what actually came out, but they were just going to kind of, I don't know, upgrade them, I guess.
Right.
So that one's painted. This one's unpainted without the box on the back. So kind of see it in 2 different stages.
You got the Corvette van in the box.
Yeah,
Very
I love
nice.
A-Team stuff.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go hard on A-Team lately.
Are they? Yeah. He's really good. That's really good condition.
It's pretty nice, yeah.
Yeah.
And then like the
Oh,
knockoff
yeah.
Mr. T one too. That's one of my favorite things. It's so ridiculous. It's Mr. T's head popping out of a van with weapons on his arms.
So when it goes along, does it go up and down his head?
Yeah, it makes like a like those go red and blue. Like his head goes up and down.
Wow. And some Foo Fighters. You picked these up in a recent video, didn't you? I think you picked up the whole line.
Yeah,
Is that right?
those are from the Great Ohio Toy Show. Like I had half the line of these guys. Actually, some of these are my original ones because they were in better shape.
Right.
But yeah, that's every vehicle, every standard guy, and then one of the variants. And I think there's like 3 more variants out there. They look so cool, like the sculpts on them. That one especially, he's probably my favorite.
Yeah. And I keep seeing this pop up on your social media, your shields with...
Remco Warrior Beasts,
Yeah.
probably one of the coolest lines that's ever existed, I think. Mainly because of Skullman.
Skullman. Yeah.
And those are the 3 variations.
So that one, and that one.
Yep.
Cool. And the Beasts as well.
Yep.
They're cool, aren't they?
Those are like the Imperials.
Remco Warrior Beasts.
Remco Warrior Beasts. And I'm still missing 2, I think. You know, plus like other ones have different variants, which I don't really care about the other variants for like the other figures. But there's one figure that's really, really hard to find. Like even harder than Skullman. Raymar.
Are you having fun keeping an eye out for that one?
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess?
Yeah.
There's a talking Mr. T there.
I don't see that one very often.
No. In the box.
Yeah. Nice box.
Nice box. Amazing box. And what's this guy?
Those are Galoob Galaxy. Good. Shoot, I just had a brain fart.
Even Froggy has brain farts.
See what they're called? Galoob Galaxy Rangers.
I'm putting you to the test today. Galoob Galaxy Rangers.
It was kind of like Space Cowboys, like Brave Star, but it was around the same time, so Brave Star kind of won. So then these are more obscure,
Right.
which I have the whole line of these as well, but those are just the 2 coolest figures, so those are the ones I have out.
They're the ones you have out.
Yeah,
You must
'cause I don't do a lot of complete lines.
you like what you like.
I like what I
the time.
like.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
We saw that monster soap that you purchased at Hoosacon. This one? Is that the one that you purchased?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And they're obscenely rare, aren't they? Those sort of things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Everything in here is obscenely rare. We're on a Froggy Flip's pad, man. So
A lot of it.
a lot of it.
Yeah, and then that was the knockoff one that I paid.
There's a knockoff monster soap.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. And so we've actually seen some Madballs here now. So there's the 2 wind-ups. Have you got the other 2?
Down at the other end.
Oh, there we are. Yeah. And look at these on card. These head poppers. And there's the soaps.
Soaps.
So you did a big deal, didn't you? Like last year? You
Yeah.
did a massive deal with, and you sold your garbage pail. You traded your garbage pail kids.
That was for a bunch of the Weird Ball stuff.
Oh, the
yeah.
Weird Ball stuff.
Yeah.
So the Madballs, what happened? Did you?
Madballs were, so this guy, he collected Madballs knockoffs, and Weird Balls, which, given the time, like, people that are into that, at one point or another, they're going to want all that stuff. And then like they kind of get to where they're like, okay, well, I don't need all this, which is kind of where I am with some of it.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where he was, where he just wanted to focus on the Weird Ball stuff.
Right.
So I went there to buy his knockoffs, ended up buying like all the Madballs too, which I already had a bunch of it.
Were all these from that trade? Or?
Yes, all those are, because this is Series 1 here.
Yeah.
Series 2 over there, which I already had a carded set of Series 2, which then I was able to sell off to make some of the money back.
So, I mean, I guess we can kind of teach some people a thing here, because there was the Series 2. There was a find, wasn't there, in Chile or something? So Series 2 on card are not hard to find, are they?
They pop up a lot more than Series 1, yeah.
I haven't got any Series 1 carded, but I've got the full run of Series 2 carded. It's, I mean...
Like even on eBay, there's usually at least a set of carded Series 2. But Series 1 hardly ever.
Yeah. No. And the Gaudyville, Gaudyville bats, they're amazing. Have you got 3 of those, did you say?
I just picked up another one right there.
You got 4 of them now.
Well, three.
3,
yeah.
Right.
But that's my favorite one as far as like the monster bats from the 80s go.
Yeah. That's in great condition, that one.
Yeah, that one's a lot nicer. It's very
proper yellow.
Creamy yellow. And like this is my very first one, which I just bought the first one I saw, even though it's like busted and cracked. But still, I mean, like you didn't notice, did you?
No, I didn't notice. Is that every Madball?
Yeah.
That's the 3, isn't there? Have you got the thermos? Yeah. Complete Madball lunchboxes. And these Guerrera, is it Del Virus?
I think so.
But is it Body Wars? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
English-speaking countries, they're Body Wars.
Because I have seen one of these in a shop, and it was like 250 quid.
For a carded one?
For a carded one,
yeah. I got a much better deal than that. But,
yeah.
Yeah, I would assume that's about what they would go for.
And these collectibles are amazing. They're just so random.
Melapel. Crazy company.
With the weird balls, Melapel bringing the heat with the collectibles, man. So you've got some loose collectibles here.
Those are the grunts.
The grunts.
Grunts, yep. So like these are more like like the Nutty Mad type style, and then these are more like they kind of seem like they were maybe ripping off like wrestling action figures, but then kind of giving like a head popping style from Madballs, but still kind of their own thing too. So they're pretty wild.
They are amazing. They are wild, and so there's some carded ones up there, and these are breath blasters.
Breath blasters, which I love.
Yeah. These aren't John Cena hands, are they?
No, those are Police Academy.
Police Academy. So I've seen some of these hanging up in Ian's shop, I think.
Yeah, they're just ridiculous. I don't know if you noticed, but I kind of like ridiculous things.
You do. Yes, you do. You like it. Well, I think this is why people watch your videos, Froggy, is because you don't like the normal stuff, and you found so many new lines just because you like it.
Yeah, I mean,
you know.
I'm not out there like hunting for He-Man or anything like
No.
that, you know what I mean? Which, I mean, like I would buy a collection of He-Man, obviously.
Yeah.
But I like things that make me go, oh, that's weird.
And it started this whole phenomenon, I think, where people just go crazy for the weird and wonderful.
There's a lot of fun stuff out there.
There is.
That people kind of forgot about.
There is. And so, obviously, there's a full selection of the Super Madballs here. Yeah. They're my favourite, I think, the Super Madballs. I don't know.
Especially that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goal Eater.
That was my first ever Madball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It's a great one. And even in the UK, not like in America. We didn't have American football in the UK. But that was it's just a missile, isn't it? With
basically, yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
Really, really hurt to get hit with it as a kid. And then these are like Weird Balls version of the Super Madballs too, which that's the whole set, except Warhog's not in very good shape, but I still love him.
Yeah. And so that's sealed, is it? That's how they came?
Yep. It'd be cool to open it, but I think it'd probably fall apart if I did.
Right, yeah, the plastic. Are they Weird Ball knockoffs? Or?
These are Weird Ball water squirters.
Wow.
And then these are Weird Ball Glow in the Dark, which I have some carded ones of these as well. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. This is kind of like an area that I'm working on right now. That's why it's a little sparse.
And yeah,
But like those are super tough to find.
I haven't quite got into the weird balls yet. But, they don't come up a lot in the UK, really.
It's coming for you. I try to have just random carded stuff that I like. It's kind of where I'm going with, like, because I don't want to complete every line.
No.
So, you know, like a cool Silverhawks card, and then a cool 10-back TMNT, and then an early G.I. Joe. So
just find examples of toys. Yeah.
Just like representation.
And I mean, I have never seen those before, pop-ups.
Yeah, that's another tough one.
And there's a Sun Gold mummy. Is that Sun Gold? I keep saying that.
I think they're made by Sun
Yes,
Gold.
it is Sun Gold mummy. And he's got the
Sharp Hand Joe.
Sharp Hand Joe. I've just seen more Madballs. The Muscle Mutts.
My favorite.
Froggy's favourite toys. Well, they're not toys. Expensive display pieces.
And like these came from the guy's house that made Muscle Mutts.
Right.
So,
wow.
Some mock-up packaging, and the Muscle Mutts story Bible.
And you got a carded one.
Yep, carded one from, I think that's from Mexico or Spain. I can't remember, because they're supposed to have like a card in the front of them.
Right.
Kind of telling like who they are.
Right.
But they kind of cheaped out on the packaging in some countries, so that's what's up with that one.
He's cool. So, wow. Yeah, I think I saw one of those at the NEC. But
He's the one that you'll see most often, I think.
Right, he's the most common one.
Mm-hmm.
So, for someone that doesn't know what Muscle Mutts are,
I mean, I don't know a lot of the history other than they just didn't do well. A lot of the history I know is kind of just like pieced together, like doing a trade for that rare stuff back there. But it's basically the company or the guy that started Street Sharks. I think Extreme Dinosaurs too.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But I think those things were doing less and less well. So then Mattel didn't want to pick these up, so they kind of released them by themselves. And I just don't think anyone cared or knew what they were or anything.
Have a TV show?
I don't think so.
No.
Mm-mm. I think this is kind of like a concept for what could have been.
The story Bible.
Yeah.
And I heard you were getting rid of your comic collection. Or
I keep going back and forth. I mean, there's some amazing stuff in there, but I don't read them. I'm scared that they're going to rot.
Right.
I could use that space for some more carded action figures.
Yeah. And there's the first appearance of is that the first appearance of Madballs?
That is Care Bears 13, yep.
Yeah. So this is the hallowed ground. This is where Froggy does all his intros, and this is a look at Froggy's background for his intros and videos. That Inspector Gadget's cool, isn't it?
That's
one of your favourites, isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely my favourite.
And there's a Rude Ralph in the box.
It's not attached.
Erasers. Never seen them. Pencil top erasers. What's with the Honey Smacks?
I got that because I love Mad Scientist.
Right.
And it has a Mad Scientist offer on it.
Right. Amazing. There's some more Mad Scientists there.
Nothing special, just something I thought was really neat.
Max Headroom.
Max Headroom, yep. Like a ventriloquist puppet.
Very cool. Is it just a random TV?
From a flea market the other day. And I thought it was awesome, and it fit right in there.
And the...
I kind of like old tech.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like the history of tech. So it's like Walkman, CRT TV, old school video camera.
A knockoff Knight Rider?
That's a knockoff Knight Rider.
That's very cool. And I remember when you got this guy.
That was from Horror Hound a couple years ago.
Right.
An artist that goes by Laughing Ghost Studios. And because I went there the day before and I fell in love with it, but I didn't buy it, and then I couldn't sleep. I was like,
one of those.
It's going to be gone. So luckily it wasn't.
Tiger Sharks.
Tiger Sharks.
Yeah.
Just one.
And I see these around. I don't know what creature features. Was it a lunchbox or?
Yeah, like a little lunchbox. I used to think those were super rare, and now they're just popping up everywhere.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them.
But there's a purple one that I still need.
Creepy boards on card.
Grail.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you. I picked up two of those. I don't know if you. Oh, you must. Yeah, you did. I think you liked it, but off card.
Yeah.
And that was from you as well, as in like your influence on that. But
I mean, those are crazy off card too.
yeah, I was very happy. It cost me an arm and a leg, but I'm very happy with it. Monster Man, and some just a display of
Crazy balls.
Crazy Balls.
Yep.
Just hanging about down there. Mr. T. Froggy likes Mr. T as well.
Yeah. Super rare Madballs hat with the tag.
With the tag. I know I'm going all over the place here, but these are from the movie Freaked, aren't they?
Freaked, yep.
We saw you pick them up.
So glad I did.
Yeah.
I couldn't recall what they were.
You knew, but you couldn't think.
Yeah, because I hadn't seen the movie since probably 94, I guess.
And there's some more...
Flexitrons.
Lexitrons.
Flexitrons. Yeah.
Right. Are they Remco as well? Or are they...
No, they're S&T sales.
Right. I've no idea.
Super weird knockoff line that's pretty hard to find complete. But yeah, that's all 6 of them.
Oh, there's a Nightmare Freddy there.
Nightmare Freddy.
Yeah. And he's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. I saw that in a recent video as well, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. That was from Great Ohio. That's a more modern thing. That's from like 2010, but I mean, look at it.
Yeah.
It's freaking awesome.
Likes a bit of Michael Jackson, don't you?
I like some Michael Jackson, yeah.
So he's got the crazy... It's like I'm doing a toy hunt. It's like... So they've also got the Crazy Balls. Yeah. A Dumble.
Yeah, Dumbball.
And
Crazy Balls K and C.
I mean...
But not complete with either of them.
I mean, the amount of Madballs knockoffs and stuff there is unbelievable, isn't it?
Oh, for sure.
So is this Series 1 and 2 loose, or...?
This is, Series 1 minus Dust Brain. That's a placeholder.
Right.
Series 2 is loose and nice. There's just some random stuff in there that I just like the sculpt of.
Yeah.
So, got to get a Dust Brain.
I didn't have a Dust Brain either. It's funny that. Yeah. Quite hard to get Dust Brain.
Seems like it for some reason.
Bootlegs. I've got that one. I've got one that Froggy's got.
Yeah, so again, just like some sculpts I liked. These first
They're cool.
6, I think, those are yuck balls. So those are tough ones.
Mm-hmm. They're great, aren't they?
I really like those. And then those are Emson,
Right.
I think. Yeah, I don't have them all memorized or anything. I just like what I like at this point.
You like what you like. And are these sealed?
One of them's sealed. Which one is it? This one.
Oh, wow. Yeah, sealed.
That one's sealed.
That's Froggy's video collection. VHS collection.
Probably need to downsize this.
No. Here we are at some more cool Madballs. You just picked up that game, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. That was the hardest thing for me to find. And finally had a friend of mine just say, hey, I got one. I'll sell it to you. I was like, I'm not going to find it any other way. So, yeah, let's do that.
Has it got the stickers in it?
It does not.
No.
It's got the game and the instructions, but not the sticker sheet.
Is it the Commodore one or the... Yeah, Commodore, there you are. Yeah.
Looks like a cassette tape.
And there's a freaky string blaster at the back there.
Mm-hmm. In the box.
It's amazing. And that's a money bank, wacky cash.
Yep. And these are like candy dispensers right there.
Amazing.
And then the loose wind-ups.
The loose wind-ups, yeah. Absolutely amazing. And so is that what you put the lid on? You know those freaky string?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that you put the lid on, those ones.
So there's the freaky string. Yeah. And then you should just pop these right on top there. You probably have to squeeze hard, but
amazing.
Things have moved over the years.
Yeah. So this is, I saw you pick up this at a flea market, didn't you?
Oh yeah, $5.
Yeah, how much?
$5.
$5.
Crazy.
Amazing. More Mad Scientist and Inspector Gadget is a Screaming Kevin. The Monsterizer, obviously.
Yeah, that's the crazy piece. That's after I bought that was one of those things where I got 100 messages like, please sell it to me.
Really?
Yeah, they're tough.
Right.
Tough, especially with the box complete working.
And so Is that one of them? That's the...
No, that's a glass leak Dracula.
Right.
That's from Brazil.
Wow.
Just a weird, like, glass leak did crazy stuff too. Just like the weirdest licenses. So like that's a Dracula Porsche.
Of course. These are the Remco Universal monsters that go with the Monster Riser.
Yes.
Yeah.
The glow in the dark ones. I'm missing 2. I did have a creature, so I was only missing 1, but in order to get this guy up here, I had to trade the creature.
Right.
And that's harder to find than the creature, so had to do it.
And so the big Remco monsters, I love these.
Yeah, those are the 9-inch.
So the Pee-wee, there's an Ernest. Wow. And some more Pee-wee. I love Barnyard Commandos. You just picked these up as well, didn't you?
These were part of the trade where I got the dino saucers from Ulysses. Yeah, there's always like so many trades going on.
Yeah. Is that Tomland? Are they Tomland?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's some Tomland there.
Staroid Raiders or Star Raiders or something.
Right. And these are the Imperial monsters that we saw you rip one of them off card.
Yep. That one right there. Ripped it off the card. That's what I'm going to do. Much better.
And these wind-ups. There's a style of wind-ups that were around.
Yeah. From Japan, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I would imagine.
They're cool. I've just picked up a Batman one of these. But
Oh,
I haven't
yeah,
got a key.
Yeah, I've seen the
Batman
Joker
89.
one.
Yeah, that's cool as well, isn't it? And what are they, Froggy?
These are prototypes. Have you ever heard of the company Retro Go-Go?
No.
Like it's this company that makes like these like big like horror decorations nowadays.
Right.
But the guy that owns that company back in the 90s, like he had created these heads for like an action figure line or something.
Right.
But the company just kind of passed on them. So.
I remember when you picked them up recently in a video, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That was Great Ohio Toy Show too.
Some cool Monster in My Pocket stuff.
Yeah.
That's hard to get in the UK like that.
This one's tough to find because it's sealed.
Right. Matchbox. Michael Knight on card.
Never see that.
No.
Have you ever seen one?
No, not on card.
I didn't know that it existed till I saw it.
No.
I was like, yes, sir.
And
Yes, please.
that's going to be very expensive in a box.
Yeah, I love that thing.
Yeah.
Luckily, I got that kind of during a down period. So I got a really good deal on it because it was years ago.
But there's the California Raisins. I remember when you picked this up.
Uh-huh.
Because you went back. Or did you get it the next week?
No, it was a month.
Month.
Uh-huh.
Right, yeah, I remember.
I was so glad it was still there.
Yeah. And there's Cecil.
Mm-hmm. And then like the Voltron guys.
And the Voltron guys.
Yeah, for no reason.
Just random.
Uh-huh.
Because you're having fun.
Yeah.
So these guys, it's the non-raisin ones that are the harder ones to get on the California Raisins.
Especially him.
Yeah.
And he's kind of gone up lately too.
Right. But it's an actual California Raisin stage.
I guess it would have been a store display or something.
Wow. Very cool, man. And obviously, the Freddy stuff, he likes the Freddy.
I like Freddy Krueger a lot.
Yeah.
That's the full carded set of Germs.
Wow. These are just, I've only just started seeing these.
Uh-huh. I feel like those might pick up soon because a lot of people are talking about those now.
Yeah. And on card, though. Wow.
Yeah. It'd be tough to find the whole set on card, so.
Yeah. Is that...
But I mean, otherwise they're not that expensive, really.
No, and...
Yet.
So the Blurt Balls, that's the whole set. They're amazing. I love Blurt Balls. He's my favourite. I haven't got him, but he's tough to get in the UK.
See, I have trouble with blurt balls in general. I don't even know if I'm going to keep these, honestly.
No.
Just because they're so hard to display, and they're so big, it might take a bunch of room.
Yeah, these are by my sort of office chair, and I just keep knocking them. They're hanging up, and I just keep knocking them every time.
They're always kind of in the way.
So, I've actually got one of these.
Balzac?
Yeah, and one of those. And it came from Ian. So I think you two must have got them at the same place.
Probably.
The Great Ohio.
There was a guy at Great Ohio that had somehow picked up like a whole load of them. And I guess a bunch of people bought some. Like, he gave me those as a gift, and I thought they were awesome.
Yeah.
But apparently people were going nuts for them.
Right. Have you blown them up or
I did, and then I realized...
the seams?
Yeah, I popped the seams off.
Right.
So then I just, like, stuffed them with...
Is that a garden hose attachment?
Yeah, it's a sprinkler.
Wow. Why did they do a sprinkler?
I don't know. Man. They like Madballs did a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Weird Ball's a little easier because it's harder to find, but they did less stuff. Madballs, like, there's still things that I'm like, well, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah. So this is your skull section.
Skeleton shelf, yep.
Yeah. I've heard of him.
Death Lore.
Yeah. They're pretty rare, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the same company that did the Flexitron stuff up there. So, like, they're the same accessories. And those colorful guys, those are Underworld Warriors, which I think are awesome.
These guys.
Yeah. I'm missing 2 of those plus all the accessories, but they still look cool. That's a tough one. This is Jewel Thief from Conan.
Right.
Conan. If you ever find him loose, he's probably not going to have the chest piece because it's so brittle that, like, you touch it, it's going to, like, shatter.
Right.
So I would love to have a loose one rather than the carded one, but I've still not seen one come up, like, with a chest piece recently. So that's cool. And, like, the Remco Pirates.
Oh, they're amazing.
Those are kind of awesome with all their clothing and stuff.
Yeah.
This is a line I tried to not start, but I couldn't help myself. It's the Nightmare Warriors.
Right.
Missing, like, all the accessories. But I decided just to try.
It's a Froggy. They're Froggy if ever I've seen them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glow-in-the-dark skeletons.
Amazing. And, yeah, you like a skull.
I do.
Gremlins as well. He's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Shrinky Dinks Gremlins at 2 sets.
Mm-hmm.
That's the containers.
This is doesn't come up very often complete like this.
Wow. Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
That's very cool.
And then these are Spanish bootleg street masks. Because I found 2 of these at a flea market, and this guy from, like, not from Spain, but the Netherlands,
Right.
asked if I would trade one of these for a couple of those. And I was like, heck yeah, that sounds awesome.
These guys, I'd never heard of these until I saw them on your video.
Defensors.
Who were they made by?
Who made them? I think it says on the front down here.
Are they nothing? Oh, right. So
Veer?
they're Spanish or something, aren't they?
Yep, they're like, they fought pollution, because it was like the early 90s when everything was about stopping pollution.
Captain Planet and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
Yeah. Some perfect condition monster butts as well. Just a random...
I don't know what I'm going to do with that, yeah.
Yeah. Right, well, thank you very much, Froggy, for showing us around your collection.
Absolutely.
So that's all I've got for the video today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. In the next video, we bought a load of cool stuff from Froggy. What did we buy? Tune in to find out. If you've been living under a rock for the past 5 years and you don't know who Froggy is, go check out his YouTube channel. Go follow him on Instagram. And while you're at it, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll leave the username right there. And as always, guys, if you have enjoyed the video, please don't forget to give us a like, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below, do all the good stuff. We really appreciate it. And we'll catch you on another toy hunt.